Alright, hey everybody, welcome back to 3D Now. My name is Jack, and this is a live stream of the Alfawise U30 3D printer. So really quick in the comments, let me know if you can hear me alright and see everything okay. We got 7 people so far, that's pretty good. Just say something in the comments to let me know that everything's working okay. Just want to make sure. See, we got 1, 2, 3 in the comments. The Genius Man, hello, welcome. Zuzu, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Hey, BB3D. Good, everything's awesome? Alright, cool, thank you for joining. Got 10 people, that's awesome. So this is the Alfawise U30 3D printer. It's brand new, and we're going to do an unboxing here and we're going to try to do a first print, see how it all goes. It should be a pretty quick build. It's mostly assembled. So yeah, we're just gonna hop right into it. So we're gonna take it out of the box. So this was given to me by GearBest. It's shipped in under 2 weeks. So let's see. First layer of foam, of course. And in the box, we put this down. Alright. So first thing in the box, we have some filament. It's like nothing though, very little filament, but it's good to have for a beginner. So if you have no filament, you can just use this for probably one benchy, but that's good to have. We have the instruction manual. It's pretty short. It's 1 page, front and back. Cool. And in the box, we have the build plate up top. It's pretty cool. It's wrapped in this plastic so it won't get damaged. It's pretty heavy actually. It's heated, of course. And it's actually a glass build plate. So it's glass on the top with a layer of like a build tack surface. So the prints will stick. Pretty cool. And it has heated bed with some binder clips to hold the plastic surface. So this plastic surface might be removable. Let's see. It's pretty cool. So next we have, what is this? We have the touchscreen. So I believe this has I think it's like a 2.5-inch touchscreen, I believe. And it's cool because you can put it on the left or right side of the printer for both handed people, left or right hand. Pretty cool. We can pick that out later. So if you have any questions or comments while I'm unboxing, just put them in the comments, so I'll answer them on the live stream. So let's see. Next thing we have some belts, of course, and looks like a roller for one of the axes. Not sure which one yet. Probably X, the X carriage. What else? We have a USB to micro USB. Touchscreens are cool, but I've seen the promo video and the English text is hyphenated weirdly. Yeah, well that happens with Chinese printers. But we will see how this version comes out. So how much did it cost? I am not 100% sure, but I will check right now. It's on GearBest. Let's see. Search Alfawise U30. Alright, it's $180. $180. That's not bad. That's the price of the Ender 3. Cool. Knobs with Alright, so let's continue unboxing it. We got a power cord, US version. Thank God, that's good. Yep. We got some zip ties for cable management. That's awesome. We have a little adapter, a coupler for the stepper motor for the Z-axis to the lead screw. Awesome. We have some Allen keys, of course. And they do have ball heads, which is awesome. I love ball heads on Allen keys. So you can get in on an angle and it'll still work. It's pretty cool. Got 14 people. Awesome. The Genius Man. Will it beat the Ender 3? Please show print comparison. Yeah, that's a good question. I'm probably going to do a video comparing both of them because they're pretty much the exact same price. But we'll see after I put this together. We'll see how the first print looks. So we have, looks like a switch and an end stop switch. I'm not sure for what axis yet, but we'll figure that out. Probably Z. Alright, down here we have a wrench for nuts and bolts. Awesome. We have M5 by 20 nuts, or bolts actually, sorry, bolts. And some more stuff down here in this hole. This is for the bed. We got springs and nuts and bolts to screw the bed onto the actual moving bed of the printer. Awesome. We have some M5x6 screws, probably for the power supply, I'm guessing. Not sure. There's only two of them. We'll figure that out. It's a pretty deep hole. So we have M4x16 screws. There we go. Still more down here. Oh my goodness. Looks like X-axis idler in a bag. It's pretty cool. Is that it? Yep, down there. And what else? The filament spool holder. That's awesome. It's actually fully metal, full sheet metal bent. Even the spool here, it's all metal. It's pretty cool, actually. Alright. Oops, we have some extruded metal here. One bar and another one. We got two. Put that aside for now. That looks like it's it for the top layer. We'll throw that aside like usual. Alright. Got lots of stuff in here. Let me tilt it up so you guys can see. Zuzu. The Ender 3 is a good printer for the price. Yes, it is. I made a video about that. It is extremely good for $179. BV3D, Micro Swiss all metal spool ends. I know it is all metal, which is pretty crazy. They got this circle be metal too. I'm not sure how they did that. Probably extruded, but it looks pretty good quality. Let me see. All right, so looks like we have the whole bottom part of the printer and some extra parts. Over here we have the lead screw. There we go, wrapped in plastic. That's good. Probably pre-greased. Lead screw. Looks pretty straight for shipping all the way from China. All right, we have, looks like, here, I'll pull out the whole big thing. Oh, it's gonna be hard to get out. Yep, this can be pretty hard. Alright, well I got that out. We got the extruder head. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Can I get this out? Down here, come on, there it is. The Z-axis stepper motor, full size stepper motor, not pancakes like on the Ender 3. So that's pretty good. A pretty good sign. So these full size have more torque than the pancakes. So that's good, full size. Alright, see if I can pull this out. There we go. Come on. There it is. So, put this aside. Alright. So here we go. This is the whole bottom part. It's mostly assembled, which is good. We have a few more things in the box. We got this whole X carriage assembly. Looks like it has a filament runout sensor on the extruder, which is awesome. Full size stepper again, which is pretty cool. Got the rollers, limit switch, another full size stepper for the X, which is pretty cool. All bent sheet metal. The lead nut is pre-lubricated. Probably can't see that. It's pretty cool. BV3D says, I like the red accent color on the brackets. Looks nice. Yeah, it does. It's all powder coated red. Looks really nice actually. With the black nuts and black metal and the red. Looks pretty cool. Zuzu. I have not decided, but I think I'm gonna buy the Ender 3 after New Year. Yeah, it's a really good printer for the price. It's a beast. The Genius Man. Do you 3D print as a job? I used to print on 3D hubs, but not anymore. I mostly just make these videos for you guys. I don't 3D print for business. So we got one more thing in the box, which is some more metal, of course. Put that over here. And some more metal. It's probably the left and right side. And let's see what else is in the box. That looks like it's it for everything in the box. So we can get started now. Let's grab the instructions. Or first, I'm gonna take a quick look here. So this bottom part looks really interesting, actually. So the power supply, I was wrong, is already attached down here at the bottom. So the power supply is attached from the bottom of the printer. That's pretty interesting. And we got the control board down here in a little cage. Pretty cool. A ribbon cable, probably for the screen. Going up around. Genius man. Is there only 3D printed parts on the printer? No. It's all sheet metal, except for one part, which is the fan shroud right here for the extruder. This black part right here. Only 3D printed part I've seen so far, which is pretty good. And again, full-size stepper on the Y-axis. Let's bring it around here. On the back, we have the wires coming out from the motherboard. We have a power entry module here, a nice switch, and the port for the power cord. Alright, pretty cool. Looks pretty good so far. Alright, so let's get started. BV3D says, is the business end of the power supply completely covered, or could you stick your finger into the 120 volt if you tried? Looks to be from above, but not from below. Let's see. Let's tip it over. And yeah, it's exposed, but all the wires do have connecting terminals, which is pretty good. So there's no exposed metal. But yeah, it all is open pretty much, but it's all covered with they all have terminals in there, so it won't be too bad. And oh, look at that! First time ever, the power supply is actually 115 volt, straight from the factory. Haha, that's pretty cool. And I believe this is a 24 volt system, which is awesome. 24 volt system. Alright. So, we have some work to do. Let's put this together. So let me get the instructions from this buried pile of screws I put over here. Third plate, and here we go. Alright. Okay, safe-ish. That's good. Safer than my A8's power supply. That's, yeah, definitely. So, let's see how their English is. Looks like we have 12 steps. U30 printer. It shows all the parts we have, all the parts we need, and here we go. Here we got the steps we need to do. Step 1. We put in the 2 side rails, it says. And we need the M5x25 screws with our awesome ball heads. Build size, Genius Man, I am not sure. It looks probably a little bigger than the Ender 3, or about the same size. I'm not sure. You can look it up on GearBest. I'm not exactly sure. looks probably like 9 by 9 inches, maybe. I have a tape measure here. I'll look it up, test it out for you. So yeah, 9.5 by 9.5 inches. Pretty big build plate. So yeah, it is bigger, a little bit bigger than the Ender 3. So that's good. BB3D BG site says 220 by 220 by 280 or 250 actually. Yeah, that sounds about right. Sounds about right. That's a pretty good size for a $180 printer. Not bad at all. Alright, so let's get started here. Gotta find our screws. This is not 25. Too many screws here. It says we need, thanks, definitely. Taller than most, I like it. Yeah, exactly. It's pretty tall. These are pretty tall standoffs. So, in the directions it says 25 for the screw size, but we only have 20s. So, I guess we'll go with that. So, looks about right. So we're going to go with the M5 by 20 screws, and what does it say? Underneath. Yep. So, which side has the screws? So one of the side rails has 2 holes, and one of them does not have 2 holes. So it looks like we're looking at it from the front, like this, I believe. Yep, it says front. So the side on the left is going to have the 2 holes. You can see here, 2 holes in that one, none on this one. So that means this one is going to go right here. Pretty cool. And I got my M5 by 20 screws. I'll try to answer some questions while I'm building, so it's not boring for you guys. Gotta find the correct size Allen key. The ball heads, so nice. Not that one. Biggest one. Yep. The ball head is so nice. So I'm going to put this in here. Turn this around, make it easier to put together. And stick it right there. We got the side rail with the holes. And the extruded aluminum is already pre-threaded for the screws, which is awesome. Screw that together. Fits perfectly. Don't fully tighten it yet until we get both in. Number 2. Let's screw that in. The Genius Man, do you know the stock nozzle specs? If I were to guess, probably 0.4 millimeter size brass nozzle. That's the usual. But I'll take a look right now. Let's see. Yeah, probably 0.4. Looks like an MK10 hot end. 1, 2, 3. If converting from 12 volt to 24 volt, do I have to reboot everything from scratch on it? Well, you have to get a motherboard that supports it, and your stepper drivers and stuff like that. So yeah, there is some stuff you have to do, but you can keep the motors and stuff like that. But there is some stuff that you have to do when converting from 12 to 24 volt. Alright, so we got this side in. It's time to do the other side. Just flip it over. And looks like both sides are threaded. So we'll grab another another screw, and here we go. This is a really thin ribbon cable. Jeez, paper thin. That's gonna be fun to put on. Alright, put some more screws in the other side. Alright, screw that in. Not fully until we get both screws in, both sides. Alrighty, next one. There we go. It's threading in now. This is the second side rail, and then we'll start working on the next step. Alright, there we go, nice and tight. Cool. Bring it back up. Oops. I'm crushing some stuff. Move that all off to the side. So many wires. It's all pre-wired. So there's all these wires sticking out. Alright, yeah, that's a pretty tall printer. The one thing I am noticing now is that it's pretty wobbly. Hashtag crushing it. Thanks. So it is pretty wobbly, you can see here. It's a pretty big gap here. Interesting. I'll have to unscrew these and screw them back in to probably even that out. Because the aluminum is probably dead straight, but the screw holes may not be. So yep, I can feel it right now. That just fixed it. Screw them back in. And yep, that was easy. Fix that problem. Pretty cool. BV3D. You can probably loosen the screws when you. Yep, that's what I just did. Thinking the same thing. That fixed that. Awesome. Alright. Step numero dos. We're going to put the, looks like, X-axis. Sorry, not X-axis. X-axis. X-carriage. Not sure which one we're going to use. We have two pieces here. So I'll take this plastic off. I'm glad they wrapped one of these pieces so it won't get scuffed. Yeah, this is definitely the top. Alright, that's the top part because it has the end caps on it, and two holes there to screw into the top part here. I'll do that last. So this is the X. Yep, pre-milled out. Pretty cool. So we need to put this big thing on here somehow. Alright, looks like we need, now it says 26, the screw. First it said 25, what? 26? What is this thing talking about? Oh, it's probably the part number. This is very confusing. Yep, part number. 25, 26. Interesting. I'm guessing this is it? I guess. So when it shows you what screws to use, it doesn't say what size. It just says like a number that corresponds to a picture at the top here, which still doesn't show the size. It's a little weird, but we'll figure it out. Bag numbers maybe? No, the bag numbers have the screw size like M4 by 16. Pretty weird. All right, I'm just gonna go off looking at the picture. It's not the best thing, but we will see. So it looks like put this, there's 3 small screws on one side, a couple big ones on the other side. Is the size shown on the sheet actual size, like a screw on it? Yeah, I don't think so. But this is the only screw that looks like it, so it's probably that one. So match this up. Looks like this, and then it goes here, right there. There we go. That looks correct. All the notches match up. Thumbs up. Thank you. So, are these pre-milled? I guess so. Oh, the sheet metal is pre-threaded. Awesome. So we'll just stick the screw down in there. Or not. Is it threaded? No, it's not. Never mind, I take that back. The metal in here is threaded. The holes in here are not threaded. I have to stick them through this. It's going to be a pain. Stick them inside here and push them out this side. There's one. I'll have to stick it through here. Push it out. There's 2. This stinks. Find the correct screw size. Not that one. Let's go with this size. Correct. Awesome. So now we will put this on here. This is going to be tough. There's probably some better engineering you can do for this part, but this is pretty weird. How am I going to do this? The part is bumping into the end stop. Okay. This is such a weird way to do this. I guess I can do it this way. Hold this super tight. Hopefully the threads match up. And yes, they do. Thank God. Alright, screwing this piece in. Not fully, so you can put both in first. Stick this in here, then my Allen key, then put it in the hole. Come on. There we go. Awesome. There we go. I'm glad the Allen key bumps up against the stepper motor when I turn it. It's perfect placement. Alright, screwing this in. Do like half turns because the Allen key bumps into the stepper motor. Alright, almost done with these 2 screws, and we'll move on to the next step. Alright, there we go. Just tighten both of them up so it's nice and secure. That one's tight. Let's do this one's next. Alright, there we go. Awesome. That's on there. Nice and flush. Looks good. Alright, now we're on to step 3. Let's see. I'm going to put the extruder carriage, or the X-axis carriage, on. It says adjust the tension by adjusting the hexagonal sleeve with a wrench. Awesome. Yep. So looks like this. plus put this on. How did that get stuck? There we go. Also, we're going to slip this on. Looks like it's this way, like that. Come on, get on there. There we go. Ooh, that's tight. It's good though. Slides nice and easily. It's pretty bumpy actually. That's weird. It's actually not very smooth at all. I feel like it's like a bump or something. Like you can see, it's like going pretty fast. It's getting caught on something. Let's adjust the tension. Where's my? There we go. At the wrench, we'll adjust the concentric screws. Wrong size. Loosen it up a little bit. There we go. That was it. Hey, loosen it up a little bit. Yep. Now it's way better. Awesome. So it's too tight that first time. That was it. Alright, awesome. So now that that is done, moving along nicely, on to step number 4. So we need the other side of the X carriage, and need the X carriage idler for the belt, and we need some more of these screws. Alright, so it looks like I'm going to put this, or screw this, onto this side. Looks like it's this way, and then like that. Right there, maybe? Yep. Only has one. Oh, never mind. 2 screws. Alright. At first I thought this was only screwed on with 1 screw, but there's 2. So we'll put that there. We need 2 of our M4x16 screws. We'll get 2 of them out. We need our ball head Allen key again. Right one, correct. And then looks like it goes on this way. Yep. Stick it through the hole in the sheet metal, and then into the hole on the 80/20 aluminum. Match it up first. Any time now. Come on. Thread that in there. It's pretty tight, but it fits. There we go. Pretty tight threads. So get that in there. Again, not fully tightened down, so you can get both screws on, so it's not like torqued one way. Second one in. Hopefully a hole matches up somewhere. And it does. Awesome. Screw the second one in. Make sure everything's nice and tight. This is going pretty easily. There's one. And there's the other one. Make sure it's nice and tight. Awesome. Okay, X carriage fully assembled. Pretty easily. Oops, forgot this. We need the idler, X-axis idler. It says tighten the belt and adjust the distance by adjusting the 2 screws. Yep. So this is going to go right there. More of our 4x16s. And then after this, we'll put the belts on, probably. We'll see what's next in the instructions. Got the right side. Interesting. Look at this. If you look on the idler, it actually looks like it's been used already. It's been tested. See how the powder coat has scraped off and you can see the metal? This piece has already been used. Pretty interesting. So this printer might have been tested, or I don't know what. Fit this screw in here. There we go. Awesome. Again, not fully until we get both sides in. There we go. Get this side in. It's hard to find the holes in the middle. There we go. Cool. We'll put it towards the far side. You can adjust it later. Alright, make sure it's nice and tight and straight. Tighten both screws so everything is tight. There we go. Alright, so now this one is done. See something? Alright. Okay, step 4 is done. Now on to step 5. Let's see. Step 5. Fold paper in half. Alright. Time for belts. Wonderful. Belt time. My favorite. So we'll grab the belt. Get out of here. Should be the right length. Alright. No name brand. Whatever. So it looks like it wants us to tighten them with zip ties. And interesting. Interesting. Okay. So we'll have to feed this through the whole X carriage and tighten them with zip ties. Let me get those out now so I don't have to fumble with them. We'll take out 4, 2 for each side, make sure it's nice and tight. There we go. So I guess I will start putting it through here. Put it through this side, around the gear on the motor, and then back around the other side. And then it has to go through here. It goes in the alleyway of the 80/20. Try to roll over it with the X carriage. Awesome. There we go. Take it out. It's pretty hard to do this when it's already attached to the printer. So it's a pretty awkward piece. I'll pull it around. Everything's sliding all over the place. Bring this around. Go under here and zip tie this here. It's pretty awkward. Make sure everything's correct. So you see. Yep, looks good. So now I'll do this side first. I'm gonna put 2 zip ties on each. Says it in here, and also it's good to tighten it down. So I'm gonna make a loop. Stick it in there. You want the threads on the belt to mesh so it stays attached to each other. Okay, there we go. Got one side done. I'm going to put a zip tie around there. See if I can get this with one hand. Oops. Nope. Let's try it again. Zip tie. There we go. So now I'll just lock it into place. Get it as close as I can to the knot so it'll stay tight. As close as I can. And then tighten it up as best as I could so the belt's not going anywhere. There we go. Try to get a few more clicks. Alright, cool. Give a little tug. Looks good. And then again, I'll put one more on here just to be safe, so I know it's not going anywhere. Do it this way. There we go. Alright, second zip tie going on. Put as close as I can to the first one. Make sure it's as tight as I can get it. There we go. 1, 2. Alright, looks good. I'm going to get a pair of flush cutters, of course, and just snip the ends off of that. So everything is flush. There we go. Put those over there. One side's done. Time for the second. Go under here. And they do give you a little bit of slack, which is good. I'll cut that off when I'm done. Alright. So try to get that as tight as I can. And then squeeze that together. Quickly stick a zip tie under there. Close it up. Try to push it down with one hand. There we go. Tighten up as best as I can. Pretty good. Now I'll do the same thing. The other one. BB3D. I need to get dinner started. I'm gonna move on an iPad and into the kitchen. Will we join momentarily? Awesome. Thank you. This is taking a while, I know. It's always the hardest part. Alright. Second one on. Try to get as close as I can. And then tighten it as best as I can. Try to get a few more clicks in there. Alright, perfect. Looks good. Again, flush cutters going well. Keep it up. Thank you, genius man. Thanks for sticking around. Alright, we're going to flush cutters to snip off the ends again. There we go. Now I'm going to cut off the excess belt. We have a little bit of extra here. I'm going to snip that off. There we go. Got like 2 inches of extra. Alrighty. There we go. The belt moves pretty smoothly. I'm actually going to tighten it up right here. This is what the idler is for. Loosen these up and then push it out to make the belt a little bit tighter. There we go. Push it up. Tighten them back up again. Just like that. There we go. Awesome. Looks good. Step 5 is done. Awesome. On to step 6. So we're going to slip this X carriage onto the 2 rails and back. Awesome. BB3D is back. So it says adjusting the distance by adjusting the left and right size hexagonal sleeve. The X-axis beam is smoothly assembled into the gantry. Okay, interesting. So we'll put this on. Looks like, so this is backwards right now. I'll flip it around as best as I can without getting any of these wires caught. There we go. Actually, no, this is right. Whoopsies. My fault. My fault. So I'm going to slip this on. Let me see what it says here. So the whole X axis here with all the motors goes on the left side, like most printers. It's going to be very careful with this part. Get the rollers on. Can't see it right now, but I'll do it shortly. There we go. And there we go. Awesome. Here we go. Nice and smooth. It's actually pretty good. It's pretty good. Okay, what is this hitting? Cool. Alright. Looks pretty good. Awesome. So that was step 6. That was pretty easy. On to step 7, which is the top bar here. Like I said before, we're going to use the 25 screws to put this right here on top to even everything out. Got to use our M5 by 20 screws again. We need 4 of them, which is the exact amount, so no extras. Interesting. Use the big Allen key to put this one on. Okay, number 1. See if we can get number 2 in there. Awesome. Number 3. A little hard to get in. There we go. Screwing number 3 in. Okay, a little hard, but we got it in. Number 4 and the final one should go in pretty easily. There we go. Perfect. So now that they're all in, I'll just go ahead and retighten all of them fully. Make sure everything's nice and tight so nothing will be loose and wobble out. Got those in. Tighten that one. Tighten this one. Perfect. Awesome. Moves pretty smoothly. Looking good. Alright, that was step 7. Now on to step 8. Almost done. This is the Y-axis, so I got our Y-axis motor. We need our lead screw, of course. So what does it say? Assemble 5, assemble 13 with the lead screw into the nut, assemble 2, lock screw of 2. Alright, so we're going to use these two. So it's pretty interesting. They actually give you the exact amount of screws that you need to assemble this. It's pretty interesting, because most printer companies give you a few extra screws just in case. But Alfawise only gives you the exact amount of screws that you need. So this is going to go on this side of the printer. So I'll turn it around. Alright. So those two screws I said before were the screws for the Z-axis. Alright, so I'm going to screw that in with one hand as I hold up the X carriage. It won't fall on top of it. So, again, two more screws. I'm not going to screw these in fully until I can get the lead screw aligned perfectly vertical. That's pretty important. So, putting in the second one. Here we go. Please don't fall. Alright, putting in this one. Can I drop this? I guess I can. So tighten this one up, not fully again, just so I can put on the lead screw, make sure it's nice and vertical. Cool, that's in. Looking good. Awesome, so now I'm going to put in the coupler for the lead screw. So I'll take that out of the bag. Flexible coupler, has these slots on it, these lines. So we can rotate a little bit. It's pretty good. It has a big end for a lead screw, small end for the stepper motor shaft. So I'm going to put that on. Of course, the shaft has a flat side, which is where the set screw should go. To find the right size Allen key, not that one. There we go. So I'll stick that on top of there and screw that in until it gets nice and tight. There we go. Turn it around, put the second set screw in so that one gets tight. Perfect. Now it's lead screw time. Time to see if this is straight. We'll take off the plastic because it is pre-lubricated, which is nice. This plastic is so sticky. Probably just tear it off. There it is. Cool. Pull it off if we can. Oh yeah, that's sticky. Alright. Very, very lubricated. So I'll stick it in the lead nut and screw it in until any time now. There we go. Perfect. Dead center. Alright. I'm all lubricated now. I should have wet my hands off. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Alright, so now I'm going to tighten up the set screws again for the lead screw this time. So I'll do it here. Tighten that one. Tighten the one on a 90-degree angle. Nice and tight. Awesome. Now let's test this out. Perfect. Looks good. Now that I have the lead screw in nice and straight, I'm going to go ahead and tighten the two screws for the motor mount for the Z-axis. I left those loose before, but I'm going to tighten them now because I have the lead screw in place correctly. There we go. Tighten it fully. Alright, perfect. Looking good. Awesome. Cool. That was step 8. Almost done. Step 9, just some small things now. It looks like a 3D printer. Time for the spool holder. It's awesome. That goes on the top, looks like. So I'm going to flip this back around again so we can get a better view. Spin it. Let's go this way. Back around. Alright, there we go. The Genius Man, almost there. Can't wait to see it print. Yeah, me too. Looks pretty good so far. Almost done. Just a few more steps. So let's put the spool holder on. Looks like it goes behind here. And it won't fit. Wonderful. Yep, that's not fitting. I have this cabinet's right above here, so it won't fit. I'll do that later. so I'll leave that aside for now. Let's skip that step. Not mandatory. So skip step 9. Step 10 is the bed. So we need the packet of stuff for the bed, the springs, the screws, the nuts. We'll dump those out. Should have 4 of each, which is correct. Alright, time for the bed. Take the plastic off of this, if I can. It's on the back. Yep, there we go. This plastic is so sticky. Take it off this side and the back. I'm glad they wrap it good though, so it won't get damaged. Ooh, that surface. That's pretty good. Alright, take this off. It's pretty high quality actually. This is really nice. It's really sturdy. So we got a plastic surface, a heated bed. So it goes aluminum heated bed to glass to plastic surface. And let's see, why are there bed clips? Does that mean that this is a removable bed? If it is, that will be the best bed ever. Let's see. Take these off. Oh yeah. That is awesome. So we got aluminum heated bed plus glass. So that's awesome. So you can probably put this down and you can flip it over. That's really cool. So you can print on either this Build-Tech like plastic surface, or flip it over and print right on glass. That's really cool. I like that a lot. Zuzu, does the Ender 3 have a heated bed? Yes, of course. It does have a heated bed. And if you buy an Ender 3 now, one of the later versions, it has a flexible bed that you can take off and flex it, and the parts will just pop off. It's super nice. I love the bed on the Ender 3. It has the same surface, the scratchy surface, and the prints stick amazing. I need no glue, nothing. And then when the print's done, I pop off the bed, flex it, and the piece just pops right off. It's amazing. So now we're going to put this back on. Or actually, no. I'll leave this off for now, because we need to put in screws into these holes here. So put the binder clips on the side. Let's see. Yep. So move this bed to the front. Hopefully the holes will match up. And they do. Well, that's a good sign. Now we have these long screws here with springs and nuts to adjust them. Alright, so we'll stick a screw in like that, then put spring over top, and drop it. My fault. Put it on like this, then put it in, rotate it in. Everything looks good. Now put a screw on the bottom, tighten it a little bit. Now do the opposite corner now. Whoopsies. There we go. There we go. Now put a screw on the bottom as well. That looks good. Two more. One over here. There we go. A nut again. There we go. And then last one. Always the hardest. Stick it in there. Perfect. There we go. And then the nut. Screw that in, and perfect. The Genius Man, is this open source? You mean the software, or like the printer? Of course, yeah. You can modify it, but the software, I'm pretty sure it's probably Marlin. But it does have a custom UI on the touch screen, so I'm not sure. You can probably hack it somehow, but I'm not exactly sure. Alright, so now that that is in place, I'll tighten up the screws a little bit, and then we'll put back on the glass bed, which is awesome. I love that. You can flip it over to glass or this Build-Tack surface. That's really nice. Put the bed on and put our binder clips to hold it in place. Got one, got two, on the back. Got three, and last one, four. Awesome. Cool. Alright. Am I missing something? Yes, I am. Is there a step in that for this? Interesting. They missed a step in here. Unless I missed it. Did I miss the step? Interesting. I did not. They missed a step. The Z-axis switch, limit switch, they did not tell to put on the printer. Interesting. So I guess I'll do it myself. So that should go over here somehow. Find the right size. Yep, it's that one. Zuzu, did you buy the Ender 3 on GearBest? Yes, I got it off GearBest. You can click the link below in the description of this video, and it'll help me out personally. It won't cost any more to you, but it'll be a big help if you do buy it from my link down below. And also, GearBest is probably the cheapest you can buy it from too, which is awesome. So it's the cheapest you can buy it. And it also helps me out too. I think it's right now it's like 175 maybe, or somewhere around there. I'm not exactly sure the price, but yeah. So I'm going to put this Z-axis limit switch on real quick. It goes on the end. I'll rotate it again so it'll be easier to work on. There we go. So put this right here, and then screw this in. You can always change the height of this later. Said Zuzu, yes, 26% off. Oh wow, that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, GearBest is usually the best price for printers from China. Alright, tighten that up. We'll have to adjust that later, of course. I just guessed where to put the z-axis height, so we'll see. And second to last step, of course, is the touchscreen, which uses these small screws. Yep, they don't give you any extra screws at all. It's just the exact amount, which is pretty interesting. So we got two tiny little nuts, or screws here. And let's see, which side should I put it on? Let's go this left side. Wait a second. Oh, it goes over here. Haha. I'm like, the bed hits the screen. So I have to put it on the outside. Put one in there. Find the correct size Allen key. That's wrong. Should be this side. Yep. So let's screw that. Don't drop it in there. Stick it in there. And this touchscreen, it's pretty cool. It has one of these ribbon connectors, so that'll be pretty hard to put on, but we'll figure it out. It's pretty thin touchscreen. So I will screw this on. Screw it into place. There we go. Not fully again. Got the second one. Line up the threads. Screw it in. Awesome. Now I can fully tighten the screws. There we go. Left one is tightened. Right one. There we go. Awesome. Touchscreen is on. Perfect. We got one more step, which is wiring. Of course. The most fun step. So this shouldn't be that hard because they already labeled all the wires for you, which is awesome. So on all the wires, they have these little orange labels on here, which tells you which axis or which port to put all the wires in, which is pretty cool. So let's do the screen first. Probably be the hardest. Figure out how to put this. Actually, I'm gonna undo the screen real quick to figure out how to put this on. It's a pretty weird spot. Probably should have done that before I put it on, but it's fine. There we go. It's pretty tight. We got one. Got two. Alright. Let's figure out how to put this on. Does it tell you? Nope. It says 1 is X motor line, 2 is limit switch, 2 is X limit switch, 3 is E motor line, 4 is E material cut detection, 5 is Z motor line, 6 is Z limit switch, 7 is Y motor line, and 8 is Y limit switch. I'm not sure how to put this screen cable in. I guess we'll just see if it turns on. If it does, then I'm right. But it's some really small ribbon cable. Not sure you put this on. I guess it's like this, maybe? Do you push it in and let's see. Oh, it comes out. Aha. It pulls out this way. You stick the ribbon in and then push it back in and it'll clip on, I believe. So push it in, and then like that maybe? Looks correct? Maybe? It's not coming out, so I guess that's right. If it starts smoking, that means it's wrong. See what happens. So let's screw the screen back on for the second time. Here we go, second screw. There we go. Nice and tight. Awesome. So we've got that one in. Now it's time to do the rest. So right here it says Z and Z. So I'm guessing this is the Z-axis motor wire. So I'm going to put that in right here. And then Z-axis limit switch, I will stick that in. Awesome. Now for the other ones, I'll put in the Bowden cable. Sorry, the Bowden tube goes right in there. It's actually a really short Bowden cable. Interesting. There we go. It's really short. Alright, we got lots of wires here. So we have X limit switch, which is right here. Stick that one in. Awesome. And we have E for extruder. So I will stick that one in the extruder port. We got E for extruder. I am guessing that is the extruder limit switch. See what happens. Alright, that one's in. And then X motor. So we'll stick that one in. Pretty easy cabling. And I like how all the cables are black too, so it's hard to see. Alright, so quick check. We got screen, we got X-axis motor and limit switch, we got Y-axis limit switch connected and motor, extruder limit switch and motor, Z limit switch and motor. Cool. So all looks good. Might be time to plug it in and turn it on. Looks like we're all done with this. Alright, moment of truth. It's all assembled. Now where is the SD card slot? It's probably a good thing to figure out first. Is it in the back? It is in the back. Did it give me an SD card? No. Wonderful. They did not provide an SD card. Great. Well, I wonder if they were supposed to do that and I just forgot. Because I just have an empty reader here. Oh, wait a second. Never mind. It was hidden. Got it. Never mind. It was hidden behind here. Could not see it. Alright, well that's good. Cheap USB to micro USB. And a no-name micro USB. Literally, totally blank. There's nothing on it at all. Interesting. Okay, so let's plug that into the back. Upside down, maybe. Yep, has to go in upside down. So I will plug in the power cord. Got one right here. I'll plug in that. Okay, didn't explode yet. That's good. Alright, moment of truth. Let's turn it on, see what happens. Hopefully the screen works, that'll be good. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hey! Look at that! No explosions, and the screen works. That's awesome. Alright. Look at that. First try. Everything works. Cool. Looks good. Alright, so let me bring this a little bit closer so you guys can see it. It's alive. It is. So on the touch screen, let's see how the English is. Top left we have move head, then files, then extrude. Then the bottom row we have preheating, and then like a retry symbol, like a refresh, and then more. That's what more is. We got leveling, settings, and about. Pretty responsive touchscreen. Cool. BV3D. So when printing time comes, what will our plastic of choice be? Definitely PLA. I'll see what spools I have. Let's see, probably, let's go for some Filicube yellow PLA. That seems pretty good. It's close, so I'll just grab that. So let's do move head. Ooh, interesting. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. We got an error message. Xavier Jackson, hi. Hello Xavier, thanks for joining us. So it says error, abnormal bed temperature is detected. Oh, I know why. I'm stupid. The bed's not connected. Wow. Well, good thing this printer's very smart. I noticed that. That's pretty good actually. The bed's not connected. Haha, my fault. That's funny. It even knew. That's good. 100% my fault. Alright, let's stick that in. Stick that inside. There we go. My mistake. I like science and printers. Awesome. Me too. I like science and printers as well. So let's turn it back on with the bed plugged in. It's probably a good idea. Awesome. There we go. Move head. Let's try moving Y. Interesting. Ooh. Wow, okay. Looks like we have some PID going on here. We have an acceleration curve. Interesting. There's an acceleration curve on the Z-axis. That's pretty good. So this is not running Marlin then, or some modified version. That is pretty interesting. Should we home all axes, see if it's close? No, not yet, not yet. It'll probably break. Alright, so let's see what else. We have files. Let's see what's on the SD card. We have some G-code. Oh, 3D Benchy. There's a 3D Benchy pre-installed. Some other models, 2 pages. Small fox and bird. Awesome. Xavier, I meant printing, not punching. I got what you were saying. I got what you were saying. So when are they gonna start printing? Pretty soon. Pretty soon. So right now I'm just gonna go through the file settings to see how everything looks. BV3D, Z is a weird axis to move acceleration control. Yeah, I know. You're right, it is. I would think either X or Y to be acceleration curve, but interesting. We'll see how the prints look. Xavier, okay, good. I don't want to be made fun of. No, it's fine. There's an extrude settings. This is pretty good. It's a lot of stuff here. Go back. Preheating. Oh, look at that! They have preset for PLA, ABS, and PETG. It's pretty cool. So they have preset profiles on the printer. Go back. More leveling. Oh, awesome! So it gives you the leveling. So we go to each point on the bed to be able to level. Xavier, this is the first time I talk to a live chat. Awesome! Thank you for joining. This is awesome. So let's see how this goes. Let's try to level the bed. Go back to main. Let's go to move head, and let's see what auto home looks like. That's pretty fast. Alright, so I just stop it with my finger because it's going to hit the bed too early. So I'm going to move the limit switch up a little bit. Yep, okay. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So this whole printer has an acceleration curve on it. Even the X and Y. That is really cool. So the whole firmware is totally custom. That's awesome. It's pretty cool. BB3D. Alright, so I'm going to unplug the Z-axis limit switch and then move it up a tiny bit. Wrong size Allen wrench. Let's try this one. So I'm going to move it up a little bit. Or actually, let's go right about there. And then I'm going to screw down the bed a little bit so we have some room to adjust. There we go. Screw down all four corners of the bed. Alright. You have to make sure all the corners are level so we can print pretty nicely. Alright, cool. So now that's done. I'm going to move the limit switcher down again. Whoopsies. Alright, I'll put it right about there. Oh no! Came out. These T-slot screws are pretty bad. There we go. Just loosen it back up again, put it back in. There we go. Hopefully I'll turn it and it'll lock in place this time. There we go. Cool. Pretty secure. Not really. Oh my god. Same thing again. Came out. Let's try it one more time. Hate these T-nuts. How much did the 3D printer cost? So this one, the Alfawise U30, cost $180, which is pretty cheap for a printer like this. It's a really good price. Alright. Oh my gosh. Missed again. How'd I get it the first time? Let's try it one more time. This T-nut here is not locking onto the T-slot aluminum. try it one more time. There we go. Put it back in. So when I turn the screw, it should turn the nut and lock in, should turn, but does not seem to be doing that. Wow. Come on. Wow. Not doing it. Come on. I want to print something. Ooh, ooh, we got it. We got it. There we go. Awesome. Now it's on. Perfect. $180. Yeah, that is really cheap for a 3D printer that has this many features. Trust me. Alright. On nice and tight. Plug the Z-axis limit switch back in. Turn it on. We'll rehome the printer. And then level the bed. Put in some filament and start a print. Move head. Home. Alright. Awesome. Just loosen it up a little bit. So now the trick to get the nozzle above the bed at the correct height is to get it 0.1 mils, which is the exact thickness of a piece of paper. So let me get a piece of paper real quick. Alright. BV3D. Heck, $100 is cheap for a 2D printer. That is true. I'm gonna go to the store. I'm going to the store now to get me one. Awesome. What store sells printers near you? It's pretty cool. So I got a sticky note here, a piece of paper that's the right thickness. So I'm gonna stick it under the nozzle, and then make sure that I can feel the nozzle just a little bit while rubbing the paper. So I'm going to let some out. There we go. Okay, that looks good. Now I'm going to go to the leveling menu. More, leveling. I'll go to the back. That acceleration curve is awesome. Alright. So that's where it thinks is level. I'm going to let some out until I can just barely feel it while I'm rubbing. It's right about now. Perfect. I'm going to go to the right. I have no idea. Xavier. Alright, so now that side is too tight. So I'm going to loosen it up a little bit. There we go. Awesome. Whoopsies. Now let's do the front right. Alright, let's see how that looks. Again, too tight. There we go. Perfect. Now we'll go to the center, and then we'll get started printing right after this. Almost done. Then we'll get started to print. Alright, so now this is where the printer thinks the center of the bed is. We'll see if it's bowed. It should be level right now because you already leveled the 4 corners. So let's see. And that's perfect. Awesome. So now the bed is level. Let's go back and let's go to home again. So home it again, just check it one more time, see if it looks good. And it does. That's awesome. Alright, perfect. Xavier, not really adult. I'm not even getting one. It's just really me one. It's really just to do. I'm just a kid. That's fine. You can get a printer. Well, most printers now from like China and stuff, they're pretty cheap. Like this one here is 180 bucks, which is pretty good for an entry level printer, and kids can afford them. They're not like Ultimakers like $3,000. So and you can get really good quality prints from a printer like this, which is relatively cheap, even for like a 2D printer, like BB3D said. All right. So looks good. Let's start to heat up the printer, and we'll get a print started. So let's go to the menu here. Go back. Let's go to preheat. I'll click PLA. Let's see what the temps are. So it's going to heat to 260, which is pretty good for PLA. And this is a 24-volt system, so this should heat up like super fast. So we'll see. And it already is. Holy crap! That's really fast, actually. The bed's halfway, and the extruder's at 80 right now. It's pretty fast. All right, so I'm gonna grab a spool of filament. I'm gonna use this yellow here from Filacube, some PLA. So because I have no spool holder, I'll put it on the ground or something. Alright, so the nozzle's at 250 and the bed's at 40. That's really fast. And I can feel it heating up already. You can smell it for the first time when you heat up a printer. You can smell some stuff happening. Alright, so right now nozzle is at 185, bed's at 45. This is really fast because it's a 24-volt system. Looking good. And nozzle's at 200. So now we'll feed in the plastic. Feeds in nice the first time. Should get some plastic oozing out. And we don't because the bed is too close. Let's go back. How do you do that? More? There we go. Now, how do you extrude stuff? Alright, let's go back here. Let's move the head. Z. There it is. Move the Z up a little bit. And up a little more. Up a little more. And so did I already make a dent in this thing? So it actually looks like there's black plastic coming out of this, and I'm putting in yellow. So they already tested this extruder out or printer out, which is pretty cool. So they already sent plastic through through the nozzle, which is pretty cool. So they already tested it out, so I know it works. I'm gonna scrape off some of this plastic here, and we'll push some filament through. Just purge the nozzle. Yep. So black is still coming out. 1, 2, 3. Has anyone used Filament with 0.02 quality? I would love to try Filament. I don't have any, but in the future I plan on getting some. BV3D. Pre-tested is cool. My monoprice printer shipped with a test print on the bed. That's awesome. Not yet, but I have a sample that I won't try. Yeah, I have some. I have a sample of Filament as well. I met Joseph Prusa himself at World Maker Fair, which was so cool. I have a picture with him. He's a pretty nice guy. His company's awesome. All the people who work there were super nice. They got free samples. Yeah, it was really cool. Yep. So let's purge some more filament out. Yeah, Joseph Prusa is super nice. So let's see. There's our purge. Hey, TK's 3D printing. Hello, everybody. Hey, TK. So right now, just to bring it back up to speed, we're just starting a print on the Alfawise U30 3D printer. This is a brand new 3D printer that just came out. So right now I'm just purging the nozzle. It had black filament in it, so I'm just putting some yellow filament through just to make sure it's a nice and clear color. There you go. Let's do one more purge. Push some more filament through. Make sure it's all cleared out of the black stuff. There we go. Alright. Looks pretty good to me. Pretty yellow. Alright. There we go. I say we start a print. What do you guys think? We'll start a print. Let's see, what do we have on here? We have 30 millimeters G-code. We have 3D Benchy. We have Zidin G-code. We have Zio Shang. I don't know what that means. We have Small Fox G-code or Bird G-code. What do you guys think? Hey Jason, I'm late and missed the assembly. It's fine. It's okay. We're starting a print right now, so we can talk through some stuff. Do a Benchy, everybody loves me. Yep, that's what I thought. Awesome. Let's do a Benchy. So we click on that. Open. Are you sure you want to start printing? Yes. There we go. Fox. Sorry, I'll do the fox later. a Benchy is a good benchmark. So let's see how this first layer goes. Looks pretty good. Oh, it's doing a raft. It's doing a raft first. Wonderful. Sticking really well. We got 17 people in the live stream. Thank you all for coming. So to bring everyone up to speed, this is the Alfawise U30 3D printer, brand new, from GearBest.com. We just put it together right now on the live stream. This is the first print. It's a 3D Benchy, which is a benchmark test. So right now it's doing a raft, which is a first layer of like thick plastic to make sure that it sticks pretty well to the bed. But a cool thing about the bed that we just figured out is that one side is this build-tack like plastic surface, and if you flip it over, it's glass. So you can put it on a glass bed or a textured surface. TK's 3D prints. Come on, guys, let's hit and go hit the like, show your support. Thank you. So I love doing live streams like this. It's pretty fun talking to all of you guys. So doing the top layer of the bridge. We're 1:45 in. Jason, let me see. Let me zoom in real quick so I can see you guys' comments. It's hard to see. It's pretty small on my screen. All right. Hi everybody. I'm tuning in from Trinidad and Tobago. That's so cool. Thank you. Watch your tutorial videos and been watching ever since. I bought under 3 on your recommendation. Thank you so much, Jason. That's awesome. If you have any questions, just let me know. I'll make sure to answer all of them. That is so cool. Thank you for tuning in. That is awesome. All right, so it's the top layer of the raft. Looks really good so far. Again, this is the first print. Just put it all together on a live stream. Just level the bed. No tuning at all. It looks really good. So it's not doing the smooth top part of the raft. Then I'll start printing the benchy on top of that. Got all these empty bags here. I'll try to clean up first. So that they give you the exact number of parts, even the screws and stuff, which is pretty interesting. Got all this trash. Alright. Our directions. We got our purge material. TK's 3D prints 3D now. Can you move the camera closer to... Yes, thank you. I should do that. Thank you for asking. Good idea. Good idea. Throw the purge out really quick. And throw out the zip ties, extra belt that we got. So I'm going to move all this stuff over to the other side and move the printer closer so you guys can see. My fault. Thank you for asking. I prefer when they send a few extra screws in case you drop one. Exactly. Yeah. That's usually the case. Mostly every printer I have came with a few extra screws. Jason, the Ender3 came with extras, luckily. Yes, it does. Which is pretty nice. So you can use, so mostly all the printers use pretty much the same screws, M3, M4, M5, so you can use them on different printers, which is nice. So I'm going to move this stuff over. So I'm going to bring the printer closer to you guys, you can see it. So, closer. There we go. Much better. TK 3D prints. I freaked when I had a load of screws left over my first build. I was like, I must have to put it together on. But a few engineers hate it when there are parts left over. Lol. Yeah. Genius Man, raise your hand if you have an Ender 3. I have one. They're awesome. BB3D, lol TK, if you take something apart and put it back together enough times, eventually you have enough parts to make another one. Exactly. That's funny. That is really funny. So it's starting the base of the benchy. It looks pretty good. Try to move this a little bit closer. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that. There we go. Looks really good so far. So while this is printing, we can go over some specs of the Alfawise U30. Jason, front parts are a nice touch. Yeah, BB3D said that earlier. They are. Looks pretty cool with the black metal and the red. Looks really cool. I like it a lot. So let's see. The Alfawise U30 on GearBest. So far, it's rated 5 out of 5 stars with 14 reviews. That's pretty good. 5 out of 5 stars. So let's scroll down. Let's see what it says here for the features. Alright. Main features. 0.1 to 0.4 mil precision printing. That is pretty standard. Filament runout protection and power outage protection. That is awesome. So that means if the power goes out, you can resume and finish your print. And also, if the filament runs out or you cut it, the printer will pause, and then you can put a new filament in, and then you can finish the print. BB3D. So that printer sounds quiet. Is it as quiet as it seems on the video? Not really. It's pretty loud. It is. It's not the quietest printer, but it is. I can sit in the same room as it and do some work, but you can definitely hear the stuff moving. TK's 3D prints. Power off is only good if you use build-tack. Glass, if I remember right, will pop the print when the bed cools. I believe so. I have a glass bed on my CR10 over there. I haven't used it in a while. When the glass cools, it may let go of the print. Yeah, it may let go. And glass gives an awesome surface finish. It's nice and glossy. It looks really good on the bottom of the print. So we got some more stuff here. The features: 2.8-inch full-color touchscreen. Awesome. Built-in power supply under the build platform to avoid electric shocks. I don't know if that will avoid electric shocks, but we'll see. Quick assembly, only 1 hour needed. Took us about an hour and a half, but I was talking to you guys, so that's pretty accurate. Reinforced aluminum alloy construction, durable and classical black and red colors. Yes, it does look pretty cool. Powerful heated bed using safety voltage for fast heating. Yep. 100° C max on bed and 250° max on nozzle. Mick Swozy 675_R. What are you printing? This is a 3D Benchy, of course, the first print that we all do on printers. It's a benchmark, and actually came on the SD card, which is awesome. So I didn't have to slice anything or make a profile for the printer. And so far, it looks pretty good. So the first few layers are solid. Hopefully the whole thing isn't solid. That'll take forever. It says 2 hours and 24 minutes left, which is a while, so it might be solid. That stinks. 3D Benchy is like the Hello World of 3D printing universe. That is so true. Hello Worlds. But Hello World is trademarked by Oracle, of course, which is funny. Hello World, like coding, and 3D Benchy for 3D printing. That's so true. Looks pretty good so far. No problems. I think the 3D Benchy was the 7th model I printed. Well, at least it's up there in the top 10. I wonder what your first print was. I remember when I got my first 3D printer a while ago, my first print was just a cube, and it did not come out very well. Can't say you 3D print without printing a Benchy. That's true. I was thinking about making a shirt that just says, like, I print a Benchy or something like that, or some shirt that has some saying about 3D Benchies on it. That'd be pretty funny, because everyone in the 3D printing community knows about 3D Benchies, and we always all print them. My own model, that was the first. Well, that's so cool, TK. So cool. Jason, I've never done a Benchy. Some of the filament that came with Ender 3 wasn't even long enough for the test dog. I know, yeah. Like, even the filament that came with this printer is way too short to print anything. But you can get some cheap PLA off Amazon or something. PLA is pretty cheap now. Was one of my first tank models. That's so cool, a tank. That's pretty complex for a 3D model. I wonder what software I used. That is pretty cool. I'm thinking about, so while you guys are here, I can talk to you guys about this. I was thinking, I posted on the community tab about doing a community print. So I get like some sort of model, I chop it up into a bunch of small pieces, and then send it out to all of you guys, and you print it on your own 3D printer, and then ship it to me, and then I will put it into, I'll put all the pieces together, do a big mural on the wall for background in my videos. And I thought that would be so cool. So I was wondering, what would you guys think about that idea? Carrara V8.5 and mesh mixer. Awesome. That's pretty cool. I love Autodesk products like Fusion 360 and Inventor. BB3D says I like it. Awesome. I wonder how many parts I should chop it up into, because I'm not sure how many people will want to print something out. But if you have any ideas for a cool model, let me know. I'm going to think about that soon. I have one idea, but I want to know what you guys think. TK's 3D prints. If you want, try a good overhang test with a print that needs no support or infill. Print with 2 shells or 3. Part number on Thingiverse. Awesome, yeah. I'll definitely look into that. Thank you. Good idea. There's some pretty awesome test prints on Thingiverse for like overhangs and stuff like that. But everyone has their favorite to start out with. A dragon. That's a good idea. Dragon. I'd have to find a good model to use though for a dragon. I was thinking of, because I have a maker coin, a 3D now maker coin. Oh, test model. Yeah. I was thinking of getting my maker coin, which I have right here. Right here, the 3D now, whoopsies, 3D now maker coin, and chopping it up into a bunch of pieces, and then making everyone print it using a shade of green, gray, black, or white, and then everyone will send it in, and I'll make this coin out of a bunch of little parts, and it'll look super cool with all shades of green and black and white and grays. Just a thought, though. With the idea above. Jason, I've been trying to teach myself CAD to do my own design, but it's driving me crazy. Yeah, it does take a while to learn, but once you do, you can sort of move your skills from software to software, and you'll never forget any of it. There's some awesome tutorials on YouTube about Fusion 360, which is an awesome CAD software for beginners, and I'm actually going to make a series about that soon on Fusion 360, so look forward to that. But yeah, I have to figure out what model I want to use for the community print soon. I'll probably make a video about that. TK, I just finished printing my 64-part moon model. Oh my goodness. How big is that? 64 parts. Oh my gosh. That would be awesome. Yeah, I'm going to start doing that soon. I've been trying I've been trying OpenSCAD and FreeCAD. Yeah, Fusion 360 is free for students or for anything that's not commercial. So you can just use an educational license and get it for free, which is awesome. TK is at 150% scale. It's larger than a benchy ball. Oh, than a beach ball. Whoopsies. That is humongous. Oh my gosh. A beach ball. 200%, I could not get the model past the door frame. That's funny. I would love to see a picture of that. Maybe you can DM me on Instagram or something. That would be so cool. And some other videos coming up soon. I have a a full spool of Filament 1's new filament line of Filament coming out soon. Or Twitter, yep, same thing. Twitter's good too. So Filament 1 is making a new line of filament, which looks really cool. It has some sparkles in it, kind of like Prismament Galaxy and stuff like that. But I'm gonna get a spool of that any day now. I'll be posting that on social media and making a video on that, which is awesome. So we have a lot of videos coming up soon. So break it apart and get through the door. Exactly. Just cut it in half. But on the benchy, it looks like we got past the solid bottom, and now it's doing infill, which is good. I would say about 10% infill, but it has like 4 shells, I believe. 4 shells, maybe. It's pretty thick. But looks really good. Of course, we're not going to stay here for another 2 hours and 20 minutes, but when it finishes, I'll put a picture up on Twitter and Instagram, so make sure to check that out. When it's all done, I'll post a picture. But this is the first print, and it looks really, really good. Again, this is only $180 for a full-color touchscreen, 24-volt system, glass and plastic bed, a filament runout sensor, a power failure mode. This is a really nice price. It has a big build plate too, for $180. It's looking really, really good. But we will see how this print looks when it's all done. Hopefully it'll look good. But after this, I'm going to start making a review video. So of course I have to start printing a lot more test models to see how they all turn out. But yeah, so far this bench looks pretty good. Only a few layers in the bottom first, but if you have any more questions or comments, just let me know. I'd love to talk to you guys. Let me see. Did I get the thing on Twitter? Ryan. Awesome. Looking pretty good. This is not that long to set up too. It didn't take too long to set up. It was mostly assembled. Just had to put together a few parts. Mix, swooshy. How much time does it take to print the benchy? Usually not very long, but this one is 2 hours plus, like 2.5 hours, which is because it has like 5 shells, which is way too much. But yeah, we're not gonna stay here the full time. But if the benchy is sliced correctly, it'd be fast. It should take like half an hour, 45 minutes. Loads of infill? No, actually it's like 10% infill, but like 5 shells, which is a ton. Hey, BB3D is following me on Twitter. Thank you. Let me go on Twitter real quick. I'll look at the picture you sent. Let's see. There we go. Enjoy the dragon. Remember, no info, no supports. If it fails, it will be the chin and the arch of the wings. 3 shells or 2. Awesome. That dragon looks really good. Test print with the paint job. Oh my gosh. That moon is humongous. Oh my goodness. Look at that moon. That's one piece. 0.2 nozzle. I believe this one is a 0.4. That is a giant moon. Oh my goodness. Hey, thank you, MixSwishy675_R for following me on Twitter. Retweet it so everyone can see. Alright. Looks really good. And retweet. There we go. Just retweeted it. That's no moon. TK. And that's printed on a small print bed. Imagine the print on a larger. Yeah. That looks. The quality looks really good, though. The quality looks really good. That's crazy. That's crazy. Looks awesome. Takes nearly 3 kilograms of filament. Oh my goodness. 3 kilograms. That's a lot. It's like 3 spools. It must look awesome, though. Hopefully I'll put like a light inside so it'll shine in the dark. That looks super cool. So far the print looks pretty good. Or 3 kilometers. Exactly, 3 kilometers. It's not reversed for that. Imagine 3 kilometers of filament. Or sorry, kilometers. This is a long print. It has a ton of shells. Oh my goodness. So many shells. That's why I made the model. All you could find was the one for lights, and that's basically a lithophane. Yeah, exactly. The lithophanes are, lithophanes are really, really cool. Especially the ones on Thingiverse where you can customize them and put in your own picture. It looks super cool. It looks super cool. So far, this printer is working pretty well. Looking good so far. Again, I think it's like 10% infill on this benchy, 5 shells. And it's taking a while, so it's probably 0.1 mil layer height, I'm guessing. Probably 0.1 mil layer height, not 0.2. Because it is taking a while for each layer. So you will see when it's done how it looks. But yeah, so right now I'm using the textured plastic bed surface. I'll probably flip it over and try a glass bed print, which will look super cool. I'll probably need some glue on the back because it won't stick very well just to straight glass. But looks like a solid machine. Yeah, so far so good. No problem so far. It looks really good. See how the print comes out though. But looks pretty good. It's printing fast too. It's printing pretty fast. But it's kind of interesting how the part cooling fan is on the side here. Most have it this way, which is more compact with a little fan duct blowing down. But this has a whole fan off to the side, which is pretty interesting. It would probably give it more airflow, but we'll see. Let's see what happens. We'll see what happens. Do you need to play with the extruder for printing flexi? For flexible filament, I'm guessing? For TPU and stuff? Yeah, TPU is not the best for printing with Bowden's system because it has a ton of, because it has a long path, so it might get like jammed up or twisted in the Bowden tube and get stuck. So usually direct drive is better for TPU, but if you print super slow, you might be able to get away with printing TPU on this. But I can definitely test that out because I have some TPU I can try. I can definitely try that out. But yeah, probably be wrapping the stream up pretty soon. So if you have any last questions or comments, You can leave them in the comments section. Gonna run, eat dinner. It's 8 o'clock. But yeah, I'll definitely let you guys know how the print goes on Twitter and Instagram. I'll post a picture when I'm all done. Jason, when's the last time you used your Ender 3? Have you had to change any parts or do any upgrades? I use my Ender 3 all the time because it's so tiny and it's so strong. I can just pick it up and move it wherever I can. It's so durable. And also the print quality is super nice on it. So I use it all the time and I did have to change one part. On my review video I made, I had to change out the Bowden tube because the filament got stuck in there all the time. So I just switched out the Bowden tube, and that's gonna fix everything. And of course, I also printed some 3D printed upgrades for it, like some fan shrouds, a filament guide, stuff like that. Post pics after on Twitter. Of course I will. BV3D, we do a follow-up video in about a month, letting us know how the printer has performed over that time. That would be cool. Yes, that's my plan. Of course I'm going to do that. That's why I got this printer, to make a review. So of course I'll let you guys know when that video is out. And if you're subscribed, you'll definitely see it. So in about a month, you're right. About a month it'll take for me to print a bunch of stuff, make and edit the video out and post it. Very good idea, BB3D. Yep, of course, I'm gonna make a review video. The Genius Man, do you have any experience with Leapfrog printers? That is funny that you asked. They actually contacted me a while ago about getting a printer for review. And Leapfrog printers, they're not like this size. They're like $20,000 printers. They're like refrigerator-sized printers, and they're not from the they're not from the United States. So I just signed a whole form to get it shipped over on a pallet and stuff, and it was a ton of work. So I can review that printer, but it's a ton of work to get that printer over here to the US and shipped back to them, because I can't keep it. I have to ship it back to them when I'm done. So it looks like a pretty good 3D printer, but I probably won't be looking at that pretty soon. Jason, I've done a few prints with the Yoji brand TPU without issue. Fingers crossed. Just have to set auto temp to 220. Yeah, for TPU you have to print at a pretty high temperature. But I have some Ninja Flex filament, which works pretty well. I also have some Flexi TPU from Barb 3D Print NY, who sent some over, which also works great. And disable retraction. Yeah, of course. Of course. Yeah, so yeah, the Leapfrog printers are pretty funny. They look really, really good, but a ton of work to get it over here and send it back. It's like a refrigerator-sized printer. It's humongous. So yeah, the print looks pretty good. This is definitely 0.1 mil layer height, because it's taking forever to print each layer. So yeah, any last questions or comments before we end the stream real quick? Just leave them in the comments right now. Of course, I'll let you all know how the print goes on social media. Stay tuned for that. It'll be worth it just for the experience, as long as you have room for the fridge size. Yeah, I know. I don't have much room down here, but I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll send them an email again, see what happens. All good. Have a good evening, 3D Nut. Thank you, TK. You as well. Thank you all for tuning in for the live stream. Thanks for the stream. Yeah, definitely. This is a lot of fun. Thank you all for joining. Alright, so see ya, BB3D. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining. I'll see you guys in the next video and stream, so stay tuned on social media, and I will see you guys later. Thanks for joining.